So the only difference is Giannis brings it every single night. And AD, I believe, sometimes takes nights off.
So before I start this video, I just want to say that yes, I know the Los Angeles Lakers have a ton of problems, and it goes further than just one or two guys or even the coach. I mean, this team is a complete disaster and a mess, and that is why they are so inconsistent and can't win 2 or 3 games in a row even. This team is so bad that not only are they losing to bad teams or teams without their star players, they're losing games in amazing fashion. They could be up by 26 points, 24 points, 18 points, or they could be down by a ton, come all the way back, and then still blow the game anyways. It's actually incredible to watch, and if you're a Lakers fan, it makes you want to tear your hair out. This team has had a lot of targets of criticism, with Russell Westbrook being the first one, then Frank Vogel, and now it's kind of shined to AD, but I think AD is the most deserving one.
Ellington, they're going to force it in to Carmelo. He's under there. Gilgeous-Alexander was there. They tap it once, twice, 3 times.
Because even though Russell Westbrook was turning the ball over in a ridiculous fashion,
Davis, shot clock at 3 ahead of the game clock. Russell Westbrook loses it, out of bounds.
and also having a rough start to the season, we kind of expected that because he's with a new team and he is aging and he relies a lot on athleticism, and we already knew he couldn't shoot. On top of that, Russ turning the ball over is nothing new. He'd already led the league in turnovers multiple times, so even though it's a huge flaw of his, it's not exactly big news for Lakers fans, although it is a bit worse because his usage rate has gone down, but his turnovers have about stayed the same. And for Frank Vogel, he's definitely had some questionable rotations this season. One of those moves was made glaring when the team was up by 5 with a few minutes left. Okay guys, while editing the video, I realized it was actually worse than I thought. They subbed out Russ, Melo, and AD when they had a 78-84 lead and put in a lineup of Rajon Rondo, Austin Reeves, Avery Bradley, Kent Bazemore, and Dwight Howard. Now you see why they lost. But even with all of that, I still think AD is the most deserving of criticism here. He is the youngest superstar on the team. He's supposed to be the MVP candidate, the difference maker, the Giannis, and he's none of those things. He got a new trainer, he bulked up, he was supposed to be ready for physicality this year and be a totally new Anthony Davis. Also guys, the whole reason he did that is because he got injured in the Suns vs Lakers series. So he bulked up and got ready for this season because he was injured last season. He wanted to be able to play a full season, no injuries, no nicky-nacky BS, no, just go out there and play basketball. And he's the same guy, if not worse. The next time you guys watch a Lakers game, I want you to pay attention to this. If Anthony Davis is on the court and anything bad happens to him, whether he gets his shot blocked, he gets fouled hard, or anything happens to him, he's fighting for a rebound, he'll get injured. He will. I promise you, he'll hold his thumb, he'll hold his knee, he'll hold his leg, he'll hold his arm, he'll hold his shoulder. Something always happens. Homie's already missing games due to illness or general soreness, whatever the hell that means. I mean, during the Knicks game, he basically checked out at halftime and no one knew it was wrong, and then he said he was sick. I don't know. And just look at his body language when he's out there. He will not attack the paint or be aggressive at all. He will take long contested fadeaway 2s, or he'll take 3s when he's shooting 18% or something. When he starts a post up, the moment he feels any physical contact, he either shoots it or he passes it out and he doesn't even take the move. I've watched a lot of Lakers games, and there's only been a few plays this year where he either spins and goes strong to the rim or just goes into the contact and puts it up with one hand and either gets fouled and gets an and one or just gets fouled and goes to the free throw line. And speaking of free throws, he's also shooting the worst free throw percentage of his entire career. So if you're Anthony Davis and the training you did in the offseason wasn't enough for you to actually be physical or be a change to AD that's not getting injured every 5 minutes, you could at least practice your free throws and your three-point shooting to help offset that, because at least before when you were soft, you could make those shots. Now you're soft and you can't make those shots and it's killing your team. I know the Lakers have a ton of problems, and this goes way further than AD, including some of the rotations, Westbrook's play, he's been super inconsistent, the team in general has been super inconsistent, including guys like Malik Monk even. He'll go off for 31 game and then come in the next game and shoot 1 of 8 and have like 3 points or something. So this whole team needs to be more consistent, and it goes on everybody's shoulders. But AD has the broadest shoulders of them all because he's the one that's supposed to be the MVP. He's supposed to be the breakout talent. We saw it in the bubble, but we haven't seen it since then. the Lakers probably are going to the playoffs, but they're not going to be the championship contenders that you expect. And a big portion of that is because I don't think AD is going to finish this season. I think he's going to end the season injured, just like last year. And I think the Lakers, with an aging Westbrook and an aging LeBron, aren't going to make it very far. You just can't expect those two to carry a team like they used to. And so far, their MVP, their Giannis, is nowhere to be found. But that is all I have for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree with me on AD or not? And leave a like if you enjoyed this video, as it really helps out the channel. And don't forget to subscribe for more NBA content just like this. And I will see you in the next upload.